lovelies, and welcome to Peachy. Today is the first episode of my beginner's makeup series. Today I'm going to show you how to do your makeup if you are an absolute beginner, and I promise you this will be a tutorial that is easy to follow, that doesn't have a million steps, and you don't need 10,000 brushes, eyeshadow palettes. So if this is your very first time using makeup, then you should stay tuned right now and create this beautiful soft glam together with me. Let's go. The first goal when it comes to applying makeup successfully is to create beautiful, flawless skin. So how do we do that? We'll start by correcting all dark circles and blemishes we might have with a concealer. It's really important that your concealer is not too dark. Ideally, it should match or be a little bit lighter than your natural skin color. Pick up a small amount of product, that's crucial, with your ring finger and then gently dab it onto your under eye area. But make sure you build up the coverage slowly. Repeat that step with all the areas that are reddish. Now it's time for foundation. Again, I recommend using your hands and placing a few small dots of product all over your face. Then distribute it evenly, just using your hands, and finally work the product into the skin using dabbing motions. Make sure you create gentle transitions on your neck so that there are no harsh lines. Once you're happy with your results, you set the whole thing using powder. For that, you do need a brush, ideally a big fluffy brush, and then some translucent powder. Take some product onto your brush, dust it off a little bit, and then apply it all over your face, especially around your T-zone. Now, be aware, the more powder you use, the more cakey and dry your face could look, so don't overdo it. On some people, especially people with very dry skin, it also looks better if they completely skip the powder. That's a trial and error kind of thing. Now we have created sort of a blank canvas. Therefore, it's time to add back some color. Using our big fluffy brush, we first of all have to dip into our bronzer. Dust the excess product off and then apply it on the sides of your forehead, on top of your cheekbones, and underneath your jaw. Then dip into your blush, lightly smile and apply it above your cheekbones. Very important, don't apply it too low because otherwise it's gonna age you. Next up, it's time for eyes. When you are an absolute beginner and you're doing your first makeup look, I recommend staying away from eyeshadow palettes and just working with highlight and bronzer. Also, I recommend a quite fluffy brush like this one that makes blending super easy. So first dip into your bronzer and then place it in your crease. Afterwards, dip into your highlighter with your finger, with your ring finger to be precise, and just place a little bit in the inner half of your eyelids, on the movable part of the lid, and dab it on gently. Now for the eyebrows. When you're just starting out, I recommend staying away from pencils and using a powder brow kit instead. First, use the little brush that's provided to brush your eyebrows upwards. Then take on some product on the little applicator and then in little motions just apply it where your eyebrow naturally grows. Then, if you want a little more definition on your eyes, you can also apply that powder on the outer edges of your eyelids, like so. If you somehow messed it up or it looks bad, then just try smudging it a little bit more with your finger. Now for mascara, you could, if you dare, use a lash curler beforehand. This will make sure that your lashes are more visible and more doll-like. Then apply your mascara until all lashes are relatively separated from each other and have a little coat of color. Now for lips. If you have lips that are naturally quite contoured, then you can skip this step and move straight to lipstick. For everyone else who has, like me, an upper lip without much natural contour, you should use lip liner. First, you draw some, let's call them guide strokes in the middle of your lips. This will make it easier to create an even lip contour, since instead of having to draw one long stroke, you only need to connect the sides with the middle. Once you're happy with your contour, wipe off the guide stroke and you should have a really harmonic shape. Now for lipstick. A more transparent, subtle, rosy shade usually looks flattering on everyone. Here it doesn't really matter how you apply it, but just make sure you don't overdraw your lip liner. And voila! You have a super flattering, soft glam makeup look that is long-lasting and at the same time very natural. Alright, my lovelies, that was it for me today. I really hope you are happy with your result and you feel confident and beautiful. And I hope this was easy to follow. I gave my best, but if you have any sort of constructive criticism, feel free to share it with me. Also, if you have more ideas for beginner makeup tutorials that interest you. But other than that, of course, in the next couple of weeks, there will be more beginner videos that follow. Because I think it's super important when you start on your makeup journey to really get the basics right. So on that note, I'm going to wish you the most wonderful rest of the day. We're going to see each other very soon. And I'm sending you lots of love. Bye.